It actually, so it's not a surprise. I want to just first of all start with tremendous gratitude. Tremendous gratitude. And if you're here because you are an important part of this long journey. Some of you I knew before I started. Some of you I knew when I was really lost in the trenches of being a grad student or an early academic professor and everything that comes with that. And what I love about the people who are gathered here is that it's from all these different parts of Tammy and my life that are still relevant and still informing and enriching and giving life and energy to this beautiful journey that I've been able to be on. And I just feel so thankful to each of one of you for what you've done for me at all these different moments. And so I just want to start with those deep thanks far and wide. Some of you traveled far to get here, and it really means a lot to me. My parents, at the drop of the hat, found tickets and came up. We decided we're not going to wait, which is not like them. They like planning, and they like waiting and changing their mind, and they just came. And they came and they brought the best pecan pie you will ever have, and these jalapeno poppers which they made in my house here. They're really good. They're dangerous. You don't know. You're going to get one that's going to kill you, or one's going to just make you buzz a little.
It will make you stronger.
Yes. Okay, no mata, engorda. And many others have come from other distances, and it was just great. Thank you. I'm not going to get into particulars of the thank yous, although I've done that in person with a lot of people. And the person who's been with me, except for one person, because the person who's been with me every step of this process, and has seen me really in some very dark moments where things look like, you know what, okay, I'm going to do something else, which would have been fine. It would have been different. It would have been a different experience. I would have been filling my days in different ways. And she's also was there with me when they had these breakthroughs and things opened up and all sorts of possibilities happened. And that's Tammy. And it was her idea to have this big blowout party, and she was totally right. I at first was like, no, let's do something small, I don't have to do such a big deal. She was totally right. This is it. This is the perfect thing. This is the perfect way. This is the perfect way to celebrate. Celebrate with all the people we love, and celebrate in a fun, open space, the way we like to do things. And I don't have words, so but she does. She's better with words. I'm good, but she's better. And I've come to learn that you always want to leave people wanting a little more. So I'm going to leave you wanting more, and I'll let you have Tammy for a minute.
Okay. Yay!
I can't see anybody. This is sort of like being in the theater. Well, there's good news and bad news to tonight's party. The good news, of course, is that Ronnie got tenure. And now YU is stuck with him for a very long time. But the bad news is that if Ronnie had not gotten tenure, he would have opened up a restaurant. So
Would have been good for a lot of people here. You know?
But now you have tenure, you can definitely open it.
The other good news and bad news is that in preparing for this party and making all these strange desserts, I didn't have a chance to spend as much time as I wanted thinking about what I wanted to say. So it'll be very short. I guess just about an hour ago when we were waiting for everybody to come, I was thinking about how when I met Ronnie for the first time, I don't even remember what the year was, but he was not yet in graduate school. It was the summer before he was getting ready to start his studies, and he was so excited at that point about studying Spanish literature. He wanted comp lit, he chose Spanish, that's how he was, language in which he was raised. And I remember from that very early time in his studies being inspired by his love and his passion, his commitment to exploring and discovering and inspiring other people. And that was a really long time ago, before you started graduate school.
That was 21 years ago.
Don't count, let's say that loud.
She wasn't even 20.
But
I don't think she was 20.
There have been lots of stages along the way from that summer until this summer, and I was thinking about how sometimes when we look at people who are very successful, who have achieved, this is real life, who have achieved mastery and fluency in whatever it is that they've done. And Ronnie, you've achieved mastery and fluency in your field. We sometimes look at people like that at the end and say, oh wow, like they just know how to do that. That's just easy, that just comes. And the beautiful thing about living with somebody as they're moving towards that mastery and fluency is that you see that it's so many millions of little steps and little stages all along the way of getting to that point. And the incredible thing about you, one of the incredible things about you in this stage, is that you loved all of the steps. Which doesn't mean that there wasn't anxiety and there wasn't fear and there wasn't insecurity that we all have. And you also were not afraid to expose that. And so when people look at your mastery and fluency, it's not an unapproachable, unattainable kind of model. You model for everybody how to love what you do, how to enjoy every day, how to stop along your path and relish what you have and what you can bring. And as I said to Mifa just a little while ago, I'm not that nervous that having tenure is going to make you sort of, midlife crisis. Because for you, getting tenure was like this thing that was far in the distance for so many years. But you love your students, and you love the text that you study, and you're always excited for more discovery and more sharing. And that's what you will have, please God, for many, many years. And we're all the beneficiaries of that path. And I will just say one more thing. I'm so happy that my in-laws are here. This would not be a party without you. You're the reason we have this party. And this is so much a credit to how you raised Ronnie, and how you taught him to love people, and to love ideas, and to love encounters. And that's what he does in his study. So, credit to you.
I also want to say something. There are jokes laced throughout. You need the flashlight to see the names now, but they're jokes that very few people will ever get. But just like my book, but those who get them will get a kiss from me on both cheeks. Yes.
Give some examples.
Well, there's the limpieza de sangría. Okay. All right. Maybe Nyaving. Maybe.
Yep.
There's the Are You Sephardic tahina cookies. Because everyone always assumes that the only reason why you would study this obscure topic is because you're that thing, right? Because there's no inherent value in it otherwise. There's the SY not samachtet cheese. You got to figure that one out. But I think we have an expert here. Oh, there's the El Secreto Bombón, which is the most delicious thing everywhere. It's the best. There was another one, right? I think it's about it.
Yeah, the water.
Oh yeah, the agua manana, the Marana water. Marana water. It's tequila on the outside, but it's water on the inside. But there is a bottle of tequila also, so careful. You got to be careful.
Good Christian.
No, you have to use proper hermeneutics whenever you're interpreting text. And life and text, they flow together, and so it all comes together. So thank you. But eat a lot, because we don't go anywhere. No one's going anywhere. Our neighbors have been forewarned.
I don't know, some of your neighbors might call us.
Mazel tov. Yeah, no, it's absolutely not.